over the past about 5 years, I've been in charge of generating cash flow income for different kinds of people's rental apartment properties. I mean, I've worked with apartments, I've worked with short-let properties, I've worked with monthly rental apartment properties, and all I've been doing is generating cash flow income for these properties, right? So in this video, I'm going to be explaining how to buy yourself a monthly income. How do you buy properties that can pay you anywhere between 200 to 500,000 naira every single month? Believe it or not, people in Lagos, people in Nigeria, are doing this consistently. And I'm just going to be breaking every single thing down in this video so that you can implement it for yourself. Isn't that good? That's good. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining a couple of things. I'm going to be explaining where to buy these properties, how much you would need to get started. I'm also going to even be explaining rookie mistakes you don't want to make when you're going into this kind of investment. It's very sensitive, so you want to have all the details, right? If you want to have your pen, you can hold the pen. And with my note here, just to guide me, just to make sure that I have all the information for you, right? So my name is Ayobami, right? But people call me Ephraim, right? Which is why I named this channel Real Estate with Ephraim. People know me as Ephraim, the real estate business. And my duty is to educate you on all things real estate investments in Lagos, Nigeria. Right? Please do well to give me a subscribe. Please do well to subscribe, give me a like, follow, a share if this video is valuable to you. Right? I really appreciate it. Thank you. So the first thing is, why is having a monthly income? Why is it important? Right? The first thing is, people buy this kind of monthly income properties because they are looking to own properties that they can use for their naira expenses. So most times they don't want to have to convert their maybe dollar or pounds to naira to pay for whatever they want to buy. They want to be able to own properties that can handle the naira expenses, right? Especially clients in diaspora. Another reason people buy these properties is because they are looking for residual income. What's residual income? Residual income is when you want to own a property that just brings in cash. Not necessarily that you need it, but like, okay, I mean, you're not doing anything with the money. I feel like you make an extra cash. So people go for those kind of properties, right? Another thing people also do is that they buy these properties because of retirement. They want to be able to hold on to a property that can pay them far into retirement. So if you are someone that probably maybe you're looking to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, this video is for you. Paying attention to it. Another thing is financial security against inflation. People buy these properties because they want to be financially secure. They want to be able to increase their earning power, as inflation comes to play, or maybe as things get more expensive. So owning real estate, especially cash flow income generating properties, gives them this unique ability. Yeah. So one key point I want you to first note is that any form of real estate investment or real estate assets can generate income for you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's apartment, if it's land. It doesn't really matter, to be quite honest with you, right? But the major money, especially when it comes to real estate properties, the major money is made when you know how to manage these properties. It's just like owning a salon business. The person who is making more money from a salon business is not necessarily the most skilled. It's rather the person who knows how to manage probably other barbers under him. Do you understand? So that they can make him more money. That's the, should I say, the genesis of this kind of property investment. And for the sake of brevity, I'll be talking about just apartments. Just apartments. So when it comes to apartments, just like I mentioned earlier, apartments, is a real estate investment asset. It's just like owning a business. If you can manage your apartments very well, it will generate you more money. That's common sense, isn't it? Now, there are 3 businesses you can run with apartments. The first one is the short-let business. This one is quite popular. This one is when you go to the island, you lodge in a place a day, they tell you to pay 100k, 200k per day. That is an Airbnb business. The second one is the monthly rental business. This is when you come to a property, you completely furnish the property, right? And then you rent it out monthly. Now, you are able to charge significantly higher rents because the apartment is furnished and then it comes with 1 or 2 services. How would that make sense? Then the third one, which is the more common one, is the yearly rental apartment. This is the common one. If you are selling a rented apartment, your landlord is probably making money from you. That's the yearly rental model. where an apartment is given out to a tenant to rent for a year, isn't it? Now that we know the kind of businesses that can be run in these apartments, how do you get started? Right? The first thing I want you to first note is that whenever you're looking to own a property that can generate monthly income for you, it has to be in a high on demand location. You cannot miss this. Don't go and buy a property somewhere in Ikorodu and expect that it can generate consistent monthly income for you, right? I've not done it before. You can do it and then give me feedback. But the places that has worked for me, my clients, and some of the people I work with is high on demand locations, right? When I say high on demand locations, let me give you an example. For example, Lagos mainland has one of the highest demand for rental properties ever, even than the island. So what you will find out is that one bedroom and studio apartments are the highest in demand, right? So whenever you go to Yaba, Surulere, even some parts closer to the island, right? Or maybe on the island too, you can easily generate consistent monthly rental income from these properties because the amount of people looking for to get into or to rent these properties, they are so much. There's so much demand. So they'll be really they will be rushing to you and be begging you, please take my money, sir. Please take my money, man. Right? These are the kinds of properties you would want to own. And funny thing, on the mainland right now, you can own a studio for about 25 million naira, and you can own a one bedroom for somewhere around, let's say 40, 42 million naira. And you can be looking to making anywhere between 200 to 500K every single month. That I can guarantee. In fact, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you a breakdown of the figures, how much you would spend, how much, like every single thing I'm going to be laying it down in this video. So stick to the end. Okay. So if you have issues, right? Some people, reach out to me and they don't know what I'm talking about. Like everything I'm saying is just sounding strange, right? Probably maybe they've not had the opportunity to really go into the market to look at options. I can actually help with that. That is actually what I do. That's actually what I do. I help people go out there, find apartment properties that can generate them monthly income, which is why I'm making this video in the first place. So now that you found your property, assuming you found your property, how do you set it up? The first thing you want to do is to fully furnish the property, right? Depending on which one you want to go for, but I would recommend going for the monthly rental opportunity and the Airbnb. Go for one of the two. They pay more than any other ones. So if you go for, let's say, the monthly rental opportunity, right, and you're looking to attract young people, or you're going to for the monthly rental opportunity, but you're looking to attract, maybe let's say, older people who are coming with their families, they want to stay, right? That would determine how you would furnish your property. I hope that makes sense. The way you will furnish your property will be determinant. The way you furnish your property will be determined by the kind of people you want to attract. You don't just go out there and just furnish your unit anyhow. I advise you use an interior designer. Please use an interior designer, please. So, um, okay. So after furnishing your unit, so what's the next stage, right? The next stage is the money part, right? But let's talk about how to make money from this venture. And let me drop a disclaimer. There are people that have succeeded in this business, and there are people that have failed. Do you understand? The difference between these two people, the person that has done this business and succeeded, and the person that has done this business and has failed, is that so the difference between these two people, you understand? Two people, one that has done the business succeeded, one that has done the business failed, is information plus a little bit of execution, right? That's all. There's no biggie about it. It's not your village people. It's information plus a little bit of execution. Now, explain what that means. So I want you to pay in attention here. If you miss this one, you missed everything, right? In every business, there is risk involved. Do you understand? The only thing that can mitigate risk is experience. Experience. I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody uses your source stay apartment and steals everything in the property, right? If you are new, you might feel like, Ephraim told me to start this business and then see what has happened. But if you're experienced, right? An experienced person would have thought of that scenario and would have worked at it before it even happens. I would even know what to do after it happens, isn't it? Exactly. Now, so how can you now tap into experience, right? I'll explain it just a little second there. So you cannot. So I was telling someone recently. I was telling someone that see You cannot cheat the process to success with cash flow properties. You can't cheat the process, right? It's either you manage your property yourself, right? You fail at it, you get better, right? Or you give it to somebody else you can hold accountable. So brief break in communication. But just like I was saying, in every business there is risk. Do you understand? The only way to mitigate risk is experience. Hope that makes sense, isn't it? So you can't cheat the process. It's either you want to manage your business yourself, right? Or you want to give it to somebody that is more experienced than you, someone you can hold accountable, someone that is going to be giving you reports. Do you get it? Things like that. And I mean, and if you are looking to go into this kind of property investments for, let's say, retirement income, I do recommend you do it yourself. Yeah. You worked for 30, 40 years. What are you doing managing a property to make cash flow income, right? And so I listed a couple of things here that you will be doing if you want to manage this property yourself. And then you tell me if it makes sense. For example, the first thing you'll be doing is that you'll be running ads to create awareness to clients that can buy from you, that's your properties, that can rent from you. Second thing is that you will have to establish a rigid network of agents that can affiliate for you. Let's say anywhere between 50 to 150 agents. I mean, you want to make good money now. Another thing you have to do is that you have to have cleaners, artisans, even security on standby so that can assist you. So another thing is that you would have to have cleaners, artisans, or even security on standby that can assist you. Then, coupled with that, you have to offer excellent customer service if anything goes wrong during the stay of your tenant. That means you have to be available. Now, these four things I just mentioned require a very specific skill set. Imagine after dropping maybe like 45 million naira for a property, then you are still running around, running around. If you can do it, anyway, if you can do it, fine, right? But if you cannot, I'd recommend doing what my clients did. What did they do? They bought properties with developers that already work with facility managers. Very simple, right? I'm not talking all those jack facility managers that don't understand, like cash flow apartment properties. I'm talking about facility managers that crunch numbers, right? People that will give you monthly reports that will be accountable to you, right? These are the kind of people that my clients buy properties from. And I'd recommend you buy properties from them instead of you doing it yourself. But if you want to do it yourself, all well and good, do it yourself. Okay. So let me give you an instance why this makes sense. So let's say, for example, maybe the developer develops about 22 units of apartment properties, right? They have the manpower to say, okay, I can even put 5 facility managers in this building to manage the entire 22 properties. Isn't it? Now, they have people that they can say, okay, let's pay them this amount. So they can pay them enough money to do their work. If you, on your own, you want to go and set up one apartment property, you know what that will mean? That means that is it that you would have to do it yourself? Because I mean, how much do you want to pay one facility manager to manage one property for? It's not commensurate. Like the pay is not so commensurate, except you wanted to manage one property in VI. And I mean, if you can do it, all well and good for you. Actually, try it. You know, and so what they do is also they send you monthly reports. Every month, right? So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be showing you the numbers, the actual numbers. I'm going to be showing you the ones for yearly rental. I'm going to show you the ones for the monthly rental apartment, and then I'm going to be showing you the figure for the Airbnb, right? Now, this numbers is based on the fact that you bought a property you can own, right? So studio 25 million, one bedroom 42 million naira. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let me show it to you. So these are the numbers for the monthly rental apartment. So let's say you buy a studio for 25 million and a one bedroom for 42 million. As you can see, the monthly rental is going to go for 250,000 to 300,000 naira monthly. Now, I assumed that if occupancy is low, that means you rented it out for just, let's say, 10 months, just for practical purposes, right? You can see that you will make somewhere around 2.5 to 3 million naira, right? Management fee, if you are not the one managing yourself, is about 10 to 15%. So net profit per year, if you get a studio, is somewhere around 2.25 million or 2.6 million. So that means in 10 years, you are going to break even. I hope that makes sense. Then one bedroom, let's say, for example, you want to rent out in one bedroom monthly. Now, this is in Yaba. I can speak for Yaba. Now, for 450 to 500,000 monthly, that's how much you would pay. That's how much your clients would pay you, rather. So, and you can make anywhere between 4.5 to 5.5 million naira. Management fee is 10 to 15%, and then in 8 years, you break even. 8 years is actually a very, very small amount of time. That means net profit per year is somewhere around 4.1 to 5 million naira if you get a one bedroom for monthly rental income. You can see it, you can take a screenshot, you can, go through the numbers, think about it and everything. So let's go to the Airbnb own. Now, for the numbers for Airbnb, you can see that studio is 25 million, one bedroom is 42 million. Now, for Airbnb, a studio rents for around 15 to 20,000 naira, generally in Lagos mainland. For the island, it rents for so much higher, right? But I mean, the property price is different, but this is just a case study. Now, look at cleaning, lights, DSTV gen. Assuming it incurs a cost of 100,000 naira per month, net profit is around 270,000 naira. When you multiply it by, let's say, 12 months, you are going to make 3.240. Now, remember, I said 20 days of occupancy. So I'm assuming that, your apartment is only functioning around maybe like 60 to 65% capacity. You get it. That's why I multiplied it by 12 months. So I took into consideration that you didn't have, occupancy over the period of the 30 months, right? So I think this is a very honest statistics. Now, for the one bedroom, you can see it is 45 to 55,000 naira per day. 20 days occupancy is around 1.1 million naira per month. So you have cleaning, light, DSTV, let's say it goes for around 300,000 naira, for the one bedroom. Net profit is around 820,000 naira. That means within 12 months, you're going to make anywhere between 9.84 million naira, right? And as you can see, within 4.27 years, you're going to break even. This is amazing. So what you saw is an expectation analysis. Some months are going to be good, some months are going to be bad. Like that's true. You get it. But you will get better over time. Your facility manager will get better, and you buy yourself a monthly income. That's basically how it works, right? So if you have any questions around this, my WhatsApp number should be somewhere below, right? Or you can just go to my page, you see my WhatsApp number, send me a DM, ask me any questions that you have about the property. You can also drop a comment below, ask me any questions you want to ask me. Do you get it? I am always available, to answer questions. And if you think I got some things wrong, I mean, I'm open to correction, I'm open to improvements. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. I mean, Ayobami Iframe. Have a lovely day.